Hi, my name is Joseph Matthew Potts, and I'm applying for the Sola Spark Summer Scholarship for 2026. Well, the big impact really is financial to start because this all begins with my training, and this scholarship will go a long way in reducing the overall cost and therefore the debt that I'm left over with at the end of my training. And the less debt that I have at the end of my training means the more I can look at the future and building something for me rather than working to pay off debt. So hopefully you consider me for this scholarship to help take some of that burden off. Well, my ideal career is kind of a twofold approach where on the first side, I'd like to have my own little shop. I'd like to have a shop where anyone and everyone can come in, no matter what you look like or what your hair type is. I'd like everybody to come in and receive the same treatment, same service options, and have a good time and walk out feeling great. At the same time, not everyone's able to walk into my own little shop, and so I'd like to have another aspect where I can go to where people are. There are lots of folks who have mobility issues or large families with a bunch of kids that, can be very cumbersome to bring to a shop. So I'd like to be able to facilitate an option for those people as well and kind of divide my time or expand to a point where I have multiple people who can provide services on both fronts and then I get to kind of choose where I want to go. So I have big plans and it all starts with some training and hopefully with your help. I walked into a mall and I found a little salon in that mall called Frenzy, and they put me in front of a gentleman named Tony who did a remarkable job on my hair. And I kept going back to Tony. And eventually, Tony got his own shop and started doing his dream. And so I followed him there and I watched as he took a little shop with a couple chairs into a very large place with big screen TVs, all kinds of soccer memorabilia, a bar, hot towel shave services, a dozen chairs around the place, really take it to the next level. And that really inspired the heck out of me. That was something that not only I enjoyed being in, but I thought was really, really cool to see where he came from and where he got to now. And that is the direction that I would like to go, but with my personality instead. Well, the big impact is a financial one. To get trained, I got to go to school. School costs money, and that's where you folks hopefully come in to help out because the more that you can give me, that means the less debt that I walk out of school with. The less debt I have out of school, the more money I can start building towards my future. And that is what I hope to do, and this will help take some of that pressure off. Thank you to the folks at Sola, and thank you for your consideration for this scholarship.